Okay. Here we are, YouTube people. What's going on here, YouTube people? I need to just... okay. YouTube, here we are. You get to see us on the YouTube. That's what's great.
That's kind of a threat.
Yeah, it is. In some weeks it is. Hey, no Adam this week. He is our traveling musician, and he's off doing traveling musician things like leading the band Speckled Bird. So if you see that band on a poster or you hear about them, follow them and go see them play. That'll be our own Adam.
I like that you said he's a traveling musician, and then you explained what a traveling musician does.
That's
Travel
what they do.
And music.
Mm-hmm. They travel with music.
Could be confusing.
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
We're talking predominantly the challenge again this week with our YouTube segments, what we've been doing. I mean, we could do this for a while, it seems, but because it's not in my notes and before it slips my mind, Natalie, did you see that tomorrow, we record on Sunday, YouTube people, tomorrow night, Monday evening, there's a new, almost like a behind-the-scenes kind of challenge.
Yeah, well, are you talking about the Challengers Go Home thing?
That's it.
Like the YouTube special?
Wait, it's YouTube?
I'm pretty sure it's a YouTube thing. It's on their YouTube channel.
Oh, crap. I was going to look it up on the DVR.
I could be wrong,
to record.
But I think it's a YouTube thing.
It looks good, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it.
Yeah. CT, Bananas, all giving a little behind-the-scenes talk on how it started, where it's going. It looked interesting. It looked like it might be some revelatory information that you don't maybe get sometimes. I don't know.
Could be good. I think I've got a dumb prediction, or what I hope season 40 will be.
Yes.
And this would potentially feed into that.
It seems like it would.
If season 39 is Battle for a New Champion, season 40 should be Battle of the Champions, and it should only be winners.
That makes a lot of sense. And this season 39 winner could go.
Yeah. And I'm sure, and the CBS winners could be on it to add in some new folks, but give the people what they want so that we can all stop watching these terrible people.
These horrible vets. Before we get into the horrible, not vets, excuse me, they're not vets, they're not rookies, they're somewhere in between. Before we get into these competitors on the challenge, you watched how many episodes of the Traitors?
All 5 that are available.
Oh, that's
what I do. Adam's on tour. Natalie just sat on the couch for 5 hours and watched the Traitors.
Natalie was just crushing tape for the show, and here we are, ill prepared. Now, I'm legitimately don't know much other than Bananas and CT were on this season, and that intrigued me for sure, but what's the premise here?
So it's kind of like a real-life version, a role-playing version of... Did you ever play that card game Mafia? Donovan, did you ever play that?
Yeah.
So everybody's in a room, 2 or 3 people are designated as the Mafia. They kill somebody off on each round, and then the group then gets to vote to try and get the Mafia out. Mm-hmm. With this is the Traitors. The Traitors kill somebody every night. Everybody wakes up and somebody doesn't show up to the breakfast table. And then there's just a fun challenge where the people can win like a shield so they're protected the next night, and then they sit around a table and they try and vote out a traitor.
Our boys, Bananas and CT, are they pretty good at it?
Well, Bananas was murdered the first night, so he's gone.
Oh, if you're murdered, that's it? That's an elimination?
Yeah, you're gone. You were going home. Yeah. But wow. he got a... I don't know if it was his edit or if he's just done so much reality TV lately that his persona has become a caricature. He's always been over the top, but it's worse now. Mm-hmm. And seeing him in a room full of housewives and people and Survivor people and all these other, it's just he just took that energy away. I would have killed him too because he would have just gotten so annoying so quick.
Oh, huh. How is CT fitting in with Real Housewives and
he is.
They
Survivor
love him.
People. they adore him. They're just like, he's the cutest. He's so funny. We love having him around. It's great.
He is cute.
Yeah.
From hulking body to dad bod, he's just been cute through the years. Good old CT. A wild man early, but yeah, still. Okay, interesting. I don't know. I don't know if
I wouldn't have watched it. If I had not just had the time just to sit there and binge 5 episodes, I would have watched one episode and be like, all right, this is just annoying. It's lower tier reality television.
Okay, cool.
Which is fine if you're just like sick on the couch or bored.
Yeah.
And can binge it. But it's not one that I would think, I can't wait till next week, you know?
So it's like coma TV. You just let it happen to you,
yes.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we all have that. Let's segue into the challenge, Battle for a New Champion. The most recent episode was, I thought, a really good one. As good as it's been. We had the cascading votes. Am I right about this?
Yeah. I was trying to remember what happened.
I was trying to remember too. I was like, has that happened recently? Yes.
Yeah, because we're now in Conquest. Is that the new?
We're in Conquest.
state?
Ed wins the challenge. The person who came in last for the daily challenge immediately got cut, which was Raven, and Ed won, and they gave him the opportunity to do what I was calling a cascading vote, where he picked someone to save. They cannot go in. That someone picks the next, and then until they were down to 3, and the 3 were orchestrated by Michelle and Jay, mainly Jay, to be Zara, Zara, Kylan, and Horacio, right? Yes.
Yep.
That's correct. I don't know why I'm blanking on this, because it was such a good episode. But yes, they had a 3-person elimination for TJ's eyes only. Interesting, I thought. So let's just start at the beginning, though. What makes Jay say to Kylan that he cannot laugh about Asaf's elimination? Like, why?
He's a bitch.
What's that about? Like, I know it's a little rude to just come back in and go, ha, so-and-so got eliminated, but that has happened.
But it wasn't even, I don't even think that's what, he was just laughing in a conversation. But Jay said, no joy in this room.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I think he was probably just laughing. And he could have been laughing about Asaf. I don't know. But I think it was just general laughter, revelry. And Jay turned around with his sad boy face.
Jay's confessional when he said, I don't play an emotional game. And then his next sentence was essentially, but they hurt my feelings.
Yeah, you almost made me do a spit take with that. Did you like the competition at night this week? Getting the rings, paddleboard. Yeah, that was okay.
That was a good one.
A little glow in the dark.
It's not
stuff.
really like it's like let's bring out the toys, the glow in the dark toys, but it wasn't really necessary for that one to be at night.
No, I don't think so. Just to, it seems as if they wanted to rattle them, make them a little tired, make them do something at night. I did like the paddleboard had that huge light at the top so that you could watch what they're doing. But it was okay. It's fine. And the competitions now seems to be, assuming they stick with this pattern next week, that it'll be a elimination within itself. That's what needs to happen. This has to hurry up, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to keep doing that.
The loser, the last place, goes home. So Ed wins, begins his pick. Are you surprised, like me, that people didn't move Corey down the list? I'm just shocked he got picked kind of early to be saved. Like, what has he done for anyone?
He must be... Adam, Adam always talks about the winner's edit or the finals edit. Corey must be going further than anybody wants him to. And maybe they're holding on to him because they think they can beat him, but I don't know why they would think that, because he's huge. Yeah,
he's pretty big. Yeah, and I think, didn't he used to play football in high school or something? He's an athlete of sorts. I think he was. Actual elimination, 3-person competition, Zara, Kylan, and Horacio. What are the pluses and minuses for you as a viewer to have it only for TJ to see? Do you like it?
I think it's good because they did that. They've done it a couple times, I think, but like they did it on the first Fresh Meat season. I think that's how it was.
It's been a while.
It's nice because it doesn't give if you get voted in the next time, you don't know how to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little exciting. It makes it exciting for the people in the house to see who's going to come back.
And they don't know if it's going to be one person coming back, two coming back. I love it.
But I did think Adam turned to me when we were watching it at the end when TJ says something like, he's talking to Horacio and Kylan, like, you two are the strongest people in the house, in my opinion. There's no reason why you should be back here. And Adam looked at me and goes, if Jay could hear TJ say that, he would be so upset.
So the Reddit message boards were on fire trying to make everyone, hey, everybody make sure Jay sees that TJ said that. They're just like, make sure he knows.
Yeah.
And that was the most, blatant I've ever heard TJ be about a person who wasn't eliminated, who was still in the game. Like, he would say something like that to, he did, to Zara. He said, you're going to come back and you're going to win a challenge one day. I bet you will. And I agree with him. I think she's really, really good. I think she's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's athletic, too. She's also kind of got this adorable personality.
Yeah, she's very likable.
She's likable. You just want to put her in your pocket and walk around with her.
That's weird.
Well, I don't know. She's just like a little, I don't know. She's adorable in a way. Personality-wise, I'm not speaking about her body or anything. But then Kylan and Horacio are there, and it's very open for TJ to say that. And he kind of says, in a fatherly kind of way, where he says, don't go back into elimination. Stop it. Like, I want you to win kind of tone.
Yeah, well, I think he's kind of annoyed. He's never really liked it when the same people keep getting sent to eliminations. But I think he's just, like, at this point, just, like, really fed up with it. Like, this is stupid. These players are stupid. There's no reason why these two should be back.
It's interesting to see how much, or I would be interested to know how much TJ watches of the dailies, of the house daily B footage or whatever, or any footage. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything to read into him doing that? Other than he's just tired of the usual suspects?
As much as I don't want to say this, if it continues in that way, I could see that as just like he's kind of getting over the game entirely. And like, if this isn't interesting for me to do, why do I keep doing this job? If it's Jay's fault that TJ retires from the challenge.
Well, that's fitting, right? Why else? All right, so interesting. Who replaces TJ? Because I think I had an idea recently and I forgot to remember it. It was a lady.
You like shot bolt upright, middle of the night. You didn't write it down.
That's where my good ideas come from, Donovan. The middle of the night. No, it was a lady, and I thought, man, she would be a good replacement, and she's a challenger. I was just trying to think, maybe someone who's near the end. I can't.
If they brought in a different challenger to host it, I think that is her name. She was on. Dang, I can't remember her name, but I can see her face, and that's not helpful.
But I had
She's the one that they did the wig funeral back on Free Agents.
Oh gosh,
do you remember that? And she's done a lot of other hosting jobs now. She a lot of times hosts the reunions for like All Stars and things like that. But I think she would be. She would be great.
Too. It wasn't Anissa who I had in mind. That fits the bill, but not. I don't think she. No,
I don't think she would.
I don't want her to do that. Anyway, if I think of it, it's just kind of like who replaces Nick Saban, Who replaces TJ? You just can't find a right answer.
Do you have to get another BMX guy or something? Another X Games? Is it Shaun White? Know. Does Shaun White come out and...
I mean, TJ was one of a kind. That was a steal for them to get him to do it. It was, the BMX thing, you wouldn't think it would fit, but there he is. He's the perfect host for it. How much input does he have on casting? Does he get a say at all, do you think? Or do they respect his opinion or something?
They probably at this point respect his opinion, but I don't think he has any say, because that's going to come down to money.
I was just curious if Kylan and Horacio, if that was boding well for them to get cast again, for him to say that.
I think it probably does, because I think a lot of people watching the show love TJ so much and respect TJ so much that it's going to bring the audience back.
Yep.
If he continues to do that. Whereas if he was just like, we hate this guy, we would also hate this guy.
That is a through line through Reddit, message boards, other message boards. Everyone loves TJ. That's a through line right there. I think that's all I got. You got anything extra?
Just can't wait for All Stars 4. or whatever
For
the next
real.
one's going to be.
I bet it will pick up right after this one, and then I bet it will be 40 shortly after that. It seems to be.
Sure, it'll be All Stars, then another. Actually, I don't know if they're going to do another CBS season.
Ever? What's the deal?
I don't know. They're just. I've seen some people questioning because there hasn't been a lot of talk about it. So.
Well, I enjoyed the last one, so if they bring in people I know, mix them with people I don't know, I'll watch. So
yeah,
I'm sure they're listening, CBS affiliates and producers.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it for our YouTube. You've watched us maybe on Tuesday evening. That's when this comes out now. You can you got the opportunity to go listen to the audio only, just your regular audio podcast. Taking it down, same thing. We had recent comment, by the way. I'll throw this up in the. I'll throw it up in both places. Excuse me. I'll talk about it in both places. A gentleman, I'm assuming it seemed like a gentleman's name, commented about The Curse, our recent episode on YouTube, giving me new info, saying that if you take a frame from when Asher goes to gift the house to the guy, that if you take a still frame from the man walking around in the background, like he doesn't have a mouth. Like it's just some creepy stuff going on sometimes in some of the frames. You just
Weird.
pause them. Yeah, I know.
I don't love that.
Huh?
I don't love that.
That's great. That's like you remember how in like Twin Peaks: The Return, David Lynch would just like there would be like a plane with no windows and things, and it was never pointed out. It was just there.
Yeah, this is. I've heard a few critics compare this to Twin Peaks: The Return as closely related as it could be.
I would say that this one is like Lynch.
Oh, Donovan, you haven't watched The Curse.
I haven't finished it.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
What I said was not very.
I didn't think it was.
Out of context, it doesn't.
I would have
make sense.
jumped out a window if it was, just to keep my ears virgin.
You're the man. Hey, thanks for joining us. There's a little bit. We'll give our shout out to our guy who commented. I was back and forth with him for a minute yesterday. It was interesting. Okay. Bye, everyone. I hope you listen to the audio or have already.